Stop telling people you are an introvert. In fact, stop telling yourself that. It might be the single biggest lie currently ruining your life. I'm going to prove it to you with a scenario you know all too well. You are sitting in a busy coffee shop. To the outside world, you look totally relaxed. You're just a quiet person, sipping your drink, minding your own business. But if we could turn up the volume on what is actually happening inside your head, it wouldn't sound like a relaxed afternoon. It would sound like a spy movie. While your friends are laughing, you aren't really listening. You're tracking the waiter walking behind you. You notice the red exit sign the exact moment you walked through the door. You flinch just a tiny bit every time the espresso machine grinds too loudly. You tell yourself the same story you've told yourself for years. I'm just an introvert. People drain my energy. I just need to go home. So you go home to recharge. And this is where the mystery begins. Because when you get home, you lock the door, you sit in total silence, but you don't feel better. You are sitting physically still, but your brain is still running a marathon. You feel tired, but wired. And this begs a massive question. If you are an introvert and introverts recharge by being alone, why aren't you recharging? Here is the truth. True introverts get energy from solitude. When they are alone, their brain goes from 20% to 100%. They feel peace. But you aren't charging. You're just hiding. You have been mislabeled your whole life. You aren't just shy, you aren't just antisocial. You are living with a biological survival setting stuck in the on position called hypervigilance. Your brain thinks you are in a war zone 24 hours a day. But this isn't who you are. It is just a glitch in your biology. So we are going to open up the hood of your nervous system to find the broken switch causing this loop. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn it off. To understand what is happening to you, we have to draw a hard line in the sand. Introversion is a preference. It's like choosing vanilla ice cream over chocolate. An introvert chooses to be alone because they enjoy their own thoughts. When they are alone, their brain is calm. It is a happy state. Hypervigilance is not a choice. It is a reflex. Inside your brain, there is a tiny almond-shaped part called the amygdala. Think of this as your body's smoke detector. In a normal brain, this detector is calibrated perfectly. It only beeps when there is an actual fire, like a bear chasing you or a car swerving into your lane. But in your brain, the smoke detector is broken. Because of past stress, burnout, or unhealed trauma, your smoke detector has become too sensitive. It goes off when you burn a piece of toast. A loud laugh in a restaurant, your brain screams, threat. A weird look from a stranger, threat. An unexpected phone call from an unknown number, danger. You aren't just antisocial, you are exhausted. And you're exhausted because your internal alarm has been ringing for 10 years straight, and nobody else can hear it but you. This leads to a state that psychologists call functional freeze. You are like a duck on a pond. Above the water, you look calm, professional, and put together. You go to work, you smile, you pay your bills, but under the water, your little feet are paddling at 100 miles per hour just to stay afloat. This is why you are so tired. You aren't tired from socializing. You are tired from holding back a scream.
Now, you might be asking, if this is so obvious, why did my doctor miss it? Why do my friends just call me quiet? It's hard to spot because, from the outside, the behavior of an introvert and a hypervigilant person looks exactly the same, but the motivation is completely opposite. Let's look at a common habit: sitting with your back to the wall. The true introvert sits in the corner booth because it is cozy. It is quiet. It helps them focus on their book or their friend. They are looking for comfort. The hypervigilant person also sits in the corner, but you aren't looking for comfort. You are looking for control. You sit with your wall to the back so nobody can sneak up behind you. You sit facing the door so you can see who enters. This isn't a personality quirk. This is a tactical military strategy. You are securing the perimeter. Let's try another one. Canceling dinner plans. When an introvert cancels dinner plans, they feel a wave of joy. We call it JOMO, the joy of missing out. They put on pajamas and happily read a book. When you cancel plans, you don't feel joy, you feel relief. It's the feeling of dodging a bullet. You think, thank God, now I don't have to perform. Now I don't have to scan for threats. And finally, the biggest clue is your body. True introversion is relaxed. Hypervigilance is rigid. Check yourself right now, in this exact second. Are your shoulders touching your ears? Is your jaw clenched? Is your tongue pressed hard against the roof of your mouth? That is not the body language of a quiet person. That is the body language of someone bracing for impact. So now you have the diagnosis. You aren't antisocial, you're just protecting yourself. But knowing that doesn't fix it. The million-dollar question is, how do we turn the alarm off? The mistake most people make, and maybe you've tried this, is using logic. You tell yourself, relax, there is no danger, it's just a coffee shop. But it never works. Why? Because your amygdala, that smoke detector, doesn't speak English. It doesn't care about logic. It is primitive. It only cares about signals. To fix this, we have to hack your nervous system using your body. We have to send physical signals that scream safe to your brain. Here are 3 buttons you can press right now to stop the spiral. First, we need to interrupt the scanner. When you feel that panic rising in public, your instinct is to close up, look down at your phone, and freeze. Your brain is panicking because it thinks there is a hidden threat it hasn't found yet. So prove it wrong. Lift your head up, look around the room, and I want you to find 5 red things, or count 4 square things. This sounds stupidly simple, but it forces your brain to switch gears. You are switching from internal panic mode to external observation mode. You are physically showing your amygdala, look, I am scanning the room. There is no tiger here. There is no fire. It breaks the loop. Next, we need to send the all-clear signal. When you are scared, you take short, shallow breaths into your chest. This tells your brain, we are running from a predator. To reverse this, you need to hack your exhale. It's simple. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. Breathe in for 4 seconds and breathe out for 6 seconds. That long, slow exhale is the universal biological code of I am safe. You cannot breathe like that if you are being chased by a bear. When you do it, you physically force your heart rate to slow down. You are hacking your own biology. Finally, and this is the most powerful one, shake it off. In the wild, when a gazelle escapes a lion, it doesn't just go back to eating grass. It literally shakes its body violently for a few seconds. It shakes to burn off that massive spike of adrenaline. Humans, we don't shake. We sit in our office chairs, frozen, letting that stress chemical rot in our muscles. This creates that armored feeling. So if you have been frozen all day, go to the bathroom or close your door and shake your hands. Jump up and down. Do a push-up. You need to complete the stress cycle. You need to burn off that survival energy, or it stays trapped in your body as tension. Being an introvert is a beautiful thing. The world needs quiet thinkers. But there is a massive difference between enjoying the quiet and fearing the noise. You deserve to walk into a room and feel curious, not afraid. You deserve to go home to rest, not to hide. Your alarm system kept you safe when you needed it. It did its job, but the war is over now. You can put down the shield.